Hello and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us here as we bring you a live coverage from the 2012 DFB-Pokal final here in the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. It's Borussia Dortmund, already champions, 8 points clear. They finished at top of the table ahead of their opponents here, Bayern Munich. And Jurgen Klopp's side looking to secure the double. After a disappointing season in the Champions League, it's been nothing but success and celebrations as far as the Bundesliga are concerned. Can they do the same here with the DFB-Pokal? They are up against stiff competition in the form of Bayern Munich. They will want to secure their own double. The Bundesliga no longer attainable, of course, with everything done and dusted there, finishing second behind BVB. However, they do still have a Champions League final against Chelsea to play later this month. And if they can secure a trophy here and a trophy there, well, it might not be all that disappointing a season after all. Magdalena Neuner, the Olympic gold medalist and world champion, the German biathlete, bringing the trophy out here in the Olympic Stadium. A fantastic theatre for football. There is Jupp Heynckes, the man in charge of Bayern Munich, of course. Behind him there, Jurgen Klopp as well. 75,708 fans in attendance for this spectacle. There is Jurgen Klopp, a man who has been praised for the football that his team has been playing, especially towards the back end of the season. Very attacking football, plenty of goals, plenty of action, and always plenty of entertainment as well. But before the action can get underway, it's a time first, of course, for the German national anthem. So there we have it, the national anthem now in the bag. All that's left to do is see who will be crowned the 2012 DFB-Pokal winners. Will it be BVB or will it be Bayern Munich? Well, both teams with a bit of a struggle in the semi-finals to get here. BVB only beating Greuther Fürth by the one goal after extra time. Couldn't do it over the 90, and the same can be said for Bayern Munich, who came up against Borussia Mönchengladbach in the semi-finals, 0-0 after extra time, eventually winning 4-2 on penalties. So both teams, well, finding a few struggles on their route to the final. But all that in the past now. All that matters is the next 90 minutes. And perhaps a little more if those 90 can't separate the two. Sebastian Kehl and Philipp Lahm, the two captains. For the Toinkos, Peter Gagelmann, the man in charge of this year's final. Now we have Robert Lewandowski, 22 goals and 10 assists in the Bundesliga this season, finishing third top scorer. Just ahead of him, Mario Gomez with 26 goals to his name as well. Top scorer this season, though. or that title, should I say, going to Schalke's Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. 29 goals for him this season. Schalke finishing third behind Bayern Munich. Let me take you through the lineups very quickly. Starting with Borussia Dortmund, Weidenfeller in goal, Schmelzer left back with Hummels and Subotic in central defence, Lukas Piszczek at right back, Kehl and Gundogan, the two sitting in front of that back four, three across midfield from left to right, Grosskreutz, Kagawa and Błaszczykowski, with Lewandowski leading the line for the black and yellows. As for Bayern Munich, Neuer in goal, Lahm at right back with Boateng and Badstuber in central defence, and David Alaba, the young Austrian, at left back. Schweinsteiger and Luis Gustavo in central defence, with Robben, Kroos and Ribery in midfield from right to left. Mario Gomez, the man up front for the German powerhouse that is Bayern Munich. Action about to get underway here as the 2012 DFB-Pokal final is now upon us. Well, it should really be an interesting encounter, this. Both teams will be desperate to secure this year's domestic cup. And Ribery very nearly finding Gomez there with a cheeky ball. Subotic doing just enough to pick the pass off. Gomez in an offside position though. So it wouldn't have counted anyway. There's Subotic. As well to find Kagawa. He's had a fantastic season already, Shinji Kagawa. Definitely one of the standout players of this Bundesliga season, and well, has had his part to play in the DFB-Pokal as well. Just how instrumental could he be here in Berlin this afternoon? Schmelzer with a hopeful ball over the top, and Lewandowski will chase it, but Manuel Neuer able to come off his line nice and early and come and collect the ball. Of course, with good vision out wide to find Robben. Inside to Lahm. Now Schweinsteiger's good link-up play here from Bayern. Very energetic start from both sides. Lahm gets a cross in. Oh, Robben had a poke at it, couldn't really make too much contact with the ball. Gomez then had very little time to react. Sees the ball bobble off his feet and out of play for a goal kick in the end. Promising start here from Bayern Munich. I'll tell you what, Robben wasn't too far away from getting a decent touch on that, which could have caused Weidenfeller in his defence a few more problems than it actually did. So Bayern with the first half chance of the game. We see a reply from Borussia Dortmund. Oh, Luis Gustavo has played that into Błaszczykowski's path, and it's 1-0. Can you believe it? What a start for Borussia Dortmund, and it's that man Shinji Kagawa. Well, we did wonder what kind of an effect he could have on this game, and that just goes to show what he's capable of. Shinji Kagawa, 3 minutes in, gives Borussia Dortmund the lead. The man with 13 goals and 12 assists in the Bundesliga this season now scores his 3rd goal of the cup competition as well. And his season just keeps getting better and better. Let's have another look at it here. There will be question marks over Luis Gustavo's ball there. Not really playing it back to anyone. Instead, straight into the path of Błaszczykowski, who has the vision and the patience to cut it back beautifully into the path of Shinji Kagawa. And the Japanese international was never going to miss from there, especially with the form he's in this season. Well, what a start to this final already. It's the case sometimes that finals don't always live up to the expectations. Of course, with so much on the line and both teams so desperate to win, you can see them sort of drag on with a 0-0 into extra time and end in penalties. Well, it doesn't seem to be the case here already. A goal on the scoreboard for Borussia Dortmund. And with the way that Bayern started the game, well, there could still be plenty of goals in this. Badstuber. Fantastic ball to find Robben. Decent first touch. Slightly better one would have seen him drag the ball past Schmelzer. I think that was his intention initially. He's come away with the free kick though. Franck with plenty to think about already. Cleverly done by Robert. Realised he wasn't getting past Schmelzer. And able to draw the foul. It'll be Arjen Robben to take this free kick. Decent delivery. I'll tell you what, that wasn't a bad delivery at all, but flag is raised. Not sure whether Gomez was in an offside position when the ball was played in, or whether there was an infringement in the box involving the Bayern frontman. Either way, the move comes to an end as Weidenfeller puts his boot through it and sends it upfield. Picked off by Kagawa. BVB can't hold on to it. Schweinsteiger does well in a very crowded area on that far side. Slightly ahead of David Alaba there, but he does enough to get there first and find Ribery. He's brought down looking for a free kick. Referee waves play on. Picked off by Alaba. A little bit scrappy here in the centre of the park at the moment. Subotic with a towering header away, but it's too physical for the referee's liking, and Bayern will pick up a free kick in an interesting position here. Taken quickly. Lahm. Still going. Großkreuz with a fantastic tackle there. No nonsense tackle. That time from Kevin Großkreuz. Piszczek closed down, forced into the long ball forward. Headed out of play there. Piszczek's throw looking for Großkreuz, won't find him. Heavy touch there from Hummels. Sees Bayern on the counter here. Gomez! Fantastic save from Weidenfeller. It looks like he's taken quite a thumping in the process as well. On Weidenfeller. Down injured here. A courageous save, quickly off his line, made himself big, and looks like he might have taken one to the ribcage there. Get a better look at it here. Fantastic stop from the keeper, and it does look like that left knee of Mario Gomez does find the midsection of Weidenfeller. He's still down, and he looks like he's in quite a bit of pain. On the bench, young Australian Mitchell Langerak. Just 2 Bundesliga appearances so far this season. He's had 3 in the DFB-Pokal though. Interesting to see. His services will now be needed. I'll tell you what, Weidenfeller does not look comfortable, does he? The 22-year-old Australian be thrown into the mix here. Now, Mario Gomez, not much he could do there, had every right to go for it. Really was a 50-50 challenge between the striker and the keeper, and it does look like Langerak will be coming on. Nothing too serious for Weidenfeller. And Klopp. Plenty to think about already. Langerak still just warming up, perhaps just making sure he's ready if called upon. Weidenfeller back to his feet. Looks like he might give it a go here. And Weidenfeller, of course, the kind of player to shy away from a bit of a niggle and keep going. Hard as nails at the BVB keeper. And looks like he wants his gloves back, so looks like he's going to continue. Young Australian, Mitchell Langerak. Have to wait a little longer, it seems. A good 3-4 minutes taken up by that injury to Weidenfeller, which will of course be added on at the end of this first half. So I think we can expect good chunk of stoppage time as well. Action back underway. Robben will flick on. Schmelzer with the clearance. Weidenfeller still not looking or moving comfortably though. Try and shake this off. Oliver with the throw. Schweinsteiger. Ribery brought down and picks up the free kick. Good spot as well. Opportunity here to swing one into the danger zone. Plenty of height in that Bayern Munich side. Jerome Boateng springs to mind. Definitely will be one of the targets. Hummels with the header clear. Back over the top. Gomez does enough to get there. Pick out a teammate. The pass back though, Błaszczykowski. Pick up the throw on this near side. Schmelzer slipping at just the wrong time there. And looking to get the ball rolling as quickly as possible. Still players back, everyone back behind the ball now, though, apart from Lewandowski, of course. Kagawa. Fantastic play from Shinji Kagawa. Really is amazing how the ball just seems to stick to his feet sometimes. He's got that low centre of gravity as well, which makes it so difficult to get the ball off him. Piszczek just coming in a little too aggressive on Badstuber there. Well, it did look like he tried to get out of the way. Nothing malicious about it. Just coming together, that's all. So the big question now is how will Bayern Munich reply to going down so early into this final. Still playing with plenty of confidence and playing well. No clear-cut chances so far. The one half chance in the opening minute, but apart from that, it's been a very evenly matched final so far. A mistake by Luis Gustavo, helping Dortmund find and secure that early lead. I do feel that this is still very much anyone's final, even if a BVB are off to the better start. Boateng over the top. Important interception there from Subo. Toni Kroos out wide to Alaba. Alaba and Ribery. How many times have we seen them link up already this season? Ribery, oh lovely. Bit of trickery to nearly find a way past Piszczek after just nudging it. Sebastian Kehl. Kagawa with the layoff for Gundogan. Oh, lovely play from Dortmund. Gundogan then with the vision to try and pick out Schmelzer on that far side. Just a little too much mustard on it though. Left back unable to get there in time. Here is Robben. Gustavo will leave it for Badstuber. Now Alaba. David Alaba. Slowly but surely developing into one of the best left backs in the world, the young Austrian. Really will be interesting to see how his career unfolds and how he develops as a player. As part of the best defence in German football this season. Funnily enough, just behind them is Dortmund's defence. The second best defence in German football this campaign, which for some was a worrying sign going into this final, wondering whether or not there would be any goals. But then when you look at the attacking players that both these teams have, I think it's safe to say that there will be goals, and there's already been the one, hasn't it? Großkreuz back to Kehl. Looking for Schmelzer, picked off by Robert. Schweinsteiger to his right in support. Heavy first touch. Allows Hummels to come in and make the tackle. Gustavo with a bit of a loose pass there. Sort of in between Kroos and Alaba. Ball over the top. Robben brings it down beautifully, then tries to play one low and hard across the face of goal. Gomez just couldn't quite get there. Manages to keep the move alive though. Cheeky little turn there from Schweinsteiger. Gomez, Kroos, out wide to Alaba. Oh, caught in between two minds there, the young Austrian. Quite sure whether to cross it or have a crack on goal himself. In the end, it was neither. Sir Alex Ferguson in attendance here today as well. Perhaps looking to add a Dortmund or a Bayern Munich player to Manchester United's ranks. Piszczek on the move, trying to zigzag his way past David Alaba. Jurgen Klopp certainly liked it. So did the fans. Alaba, not a player you get past easily, that's for sure. Proving just that right there. Does concede the corner though. Here comes a delivery. Header away by Gomez. Ribery then with the clearance. Picked up by Schmelzer. Oh, lovely turn by Lam. Bastian Kiel, the BVB captain. Ball watching there. There's been nothing wrong with the tempo of this final so far. Not that many chances to speak of, but the action, desire, determination and entertainment has been there for all to see already, with just 20 minutes gone. If it stays like this, well, we're in for one hell of a final, that's for sure. Here is Lam. Well, to find Kroos, who does even better. To find Ribery in space out on this left side. Alaba with the overlap. Does his best to try and keep things alive, but Piszczek able to shield the ball out over the line for a Dortmund goal kick. Well, here's another look. That goal, Luis Gustavo getting it all sorts of wrong. Błaszczykowski first to pounce on the opportunity. Lovely cut back for Kagawa. And it's a simple side-footed finish for the Japanese international, whose season just gets better and better. Long ball over the top, Kagawa trying to cause Boateng some problems. In play by Lewandowski. No, flags up. Looked like the Dortmund striker had done just enough to keep the ball in play there, but it would seem not. Kagawa puts it out of play. Throw into Bayern, deep in their own half here. Pankes does have options on the bench. The likes of Thomas Müller or Ivica Olic. Two players that could come on and make a difference if need be. Still early days though. And as already mentioned, it's not like Bayern Munich aren't playing well at all. Still very much in this. As we all know, of course, one goal is rarely enough in football these days to secure victory, especially in the DFB-Pokal final. Robben and Schweinsteiger. Oh, lovely ball. Mario Gomez. Gomez goes down, and that will be a penalty. Weidenfeller getting nothing on the ball. Brings down Mario Gomez. Those long strides of his, enough to get there ahead of the Dortmund keeper. Gomez is still down. Looks like he's taken quite a knock. Was definitely contact. The referee wasting no time in pointing to the spot either. Well, he's definitely onside. Fantastic ball. It looked like it might be too far ahead of him, but he manages to just toe poke it past Weidenfeller, and that is as clear as day. And Weidenfeller will pick up a yellow card. Of course, Gomez And his touch taking the ball away from goal. So a red card would have been harsh on the BVB keeper. Well, will Gomez be able to continue? Receiving treatment just off pitch at the moment. Bayern Munich with a chance to level things up here. Arjen Robben steps up. Arjen Robben finishes, bottom right corner. He sends Weidenfeller the wrong way. And just like that, Bayern Munich are right back in this final. Everything to play for again. There can be no complaints from BVB with regards to the penalty decision. They don't get much clearer than that. And finishes don't come much more clinical than that from Arjen Robben. Hits it hard and low into that bottom corner. Weidenfeller with absolutely no chance. And it is now game on again in Berlin. Oh, Heinkes finally with something to shout about as well. Momentum now with the team from Munich, and they build on it. Still without a clear-cut chance in this first half. Decent ball over the top there from Subotic. Lewandowski will pick it up, tries to put a cross in, surely handball there. And the free kick will be given. Boateng pleading his case to the referee, begging the question how he could get out of the way, but in the end the decision has been given. Now Dortmund with a free kick in a promising position. Mitchell Langerak has been sent to warm up again. And Weidenfeller seems to be struggling. The young Australian could be called into action after all. At the other end, Manuel Neuer. And plenty to think about himself here as Schmelzer lays one up on the edge of the penalty area. Błaszczykowski puts the ball in. Bayern Munich able to deal with it initially. And there's Gustavo, gets enough on the ball to put it out of play. Dortmund throw. Things certainly heating up now in Berlin. To be fair to both sets of players, final sprung into life right from the get-go, and it hasn't slowed down. If anything, it's gathered pace, which is good news for us. Hummels can't find Błaszczykowski. Alaba does really well to bring the ball down. Fantastic tackle from Błaszczykowski, though, stops the Austrian in his tracks. Now Kiel sends one deep. Großkreuz back across the face of goal. Only Kagawa to aim at. And Neuer, with great anticipation, comes out and collects. Sends Philipp Lahm on his way straight away. There's the Bayern captain. Boateng across to Badstuber. Alaba in space. Decides to give it to Ribery instead. Ribery, past one, past two, past three, still on the ball. Does eventually lay it off for Alaba. Tries to get a cross in. Well, was hoping for a corner there. It'll be a goal kick instead. Coming off the Austrian last, and Piszczek doing really well in that corner. Robben can't link up with Gomez, but a ball finds its way to the big man anyway, and well, tried to pull the trigger from quite an acute angle there. Not the easiest of efforts there for Mario Gomez, but their 26 Bundesliga goals this season. 2 cup goals as well. Wouldn't put it past him, finding the back of the net from there. Glancing header on from Lewandowski. Gundogan. Can't find Kagawa. Picked up by Ribery. Piszczek does enough to win the ball back. Good pressure from the Polish international there. Now Keane. Closed down by Luis Gustavo. Again, Piszczek does well under pressure. Very little space to work with, and it does look like Mitchell Langerak will be coming on. What an experience this will be for the young keeper. Games don't come much bigger than this. It looks like he's going to be playing his part. Schweinsteiger. Never shy of a good challenge, brings down Kagawa there. Zhikowski. Oh, just a little too heavy-footed there. He was looking to bring Piszczek into play. This near touchline. Loose pass there from Kroos. Now Großkreuz powering forward. Tries to feed one through a very crowded area there in the middle of the edge of that penalty area. Dortmund continue to try and get the ball forward as quickly as possible every time they have it in their possession. Always with one thing in their mind, and that's to get forward and get forward quickly. So Mitchell Langerak will be coming on. Joined Dortmund from Melbourne Victoria, Australian A-League, back in 2010. Ribery just can't wrap his boot around that one to get the cross in. Or effectively, anyway. Jurgen Klopp with some encouraging final words for the young Australian keeper before comes on to replace Roman Weidenfeller. He sadly will not be able to continue after that collision with Mario Gomez early into this first half. It was an important save that needed to be made, but it looks like it's cost him the rest of this final. Lahm. That's a second go at it. Now Gomez out wide to Ribery. Still Ribery, cuts it back! Blocked off the line by Hummels, I believe. Lahm with the left-footed effort. Went for power over accuracy. It wasn't enough power to get past Hummels, who was positioned perfectly there. Here's another look at it. In the right place at the right time, Mats Hummels. Weidenfeller might have just gotten there. With the injury to his midsection or ribcage, whatever it may be, he might not have been at full stretch to stop that from going in, and it will now be the end of his game as Weidenfeller comes off. And Mitchell Langerak will come on to replace him. Disappointing. The main man in between the sticks for a BVB, but with a game this important, It's a risk that Jurgen Klopp simply can't take. You can see the disappointment on his face, but he knows the deal. What an opportunity for this young man, Mitchell Langerak. Fantastic throw to find Ribery in space. Looking for Toni Kroos. Substitution with the clearance, puts the ball out of play. Arjen Robben cuts back inside. No surprises there. He is incredible, Arjen Robben. A lot of people in football describe him as a one-trick pony. And to a degree, you'd have to agree. If that trick just continues to work, and by that trick I mean is cutting inside and then driving towards goal. No one's come up with a way to stop him yet, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Even if he is a one-trick pony, that one trick seems to get the job done pretty much every time, so I don't think he'll be looking to add too many new tricks to his locker. Love and Angela Merkel in attendance as well to enjoy this 2012 DFB-Pokal final in Berlin. They've been treated to a fantastic first half so far, living up to the hype. Still plenty of football still to be played. Will there still be plenty of goals though? And if so, at what end will they fall? That is the big question. Here is Alaba, does well. This near touchline, Kiel. A sliding tackle. BVB captain bringing an end to that move. Almost 76,000 tickets sold. Full house here in the Olympic Stadium. Each and every one of those fans being treated to a wonderful final so far. Another chance here, and well, it's almost a carbon copy of that coming together between Gomez and Weidenfeller, which saw Weidenfeller have to leave the pitch early due to injury. Langerak shakes it off like nothing happened. Courageous keeping from the youngster. And shrugs it off. It's just another day at the office. Klopp not happy. He felt Gomez might have just left the boot in there. No complaints from the young Australian keeper though. Robben, Kroos out wide to Lahm. Centres it for Schweinsteiger. Looked like he was thinking about getting a shot from that distance. Good play by Gundogan. Upper body strength there. Shield the ball and hold on to it. Brought down on that far touchline. Felt like he should have had a free kick. Play continues though. Substitution kept in play by Piszczek. Now Kagawa. Kagawa out wide to Piszczek. Does well against Ribery. Lahm with the clearance, only as far as Gundogan. Now Schmelzer. Błaszczykowski brought down, surely a penalty. And it is. Referee wastes no time in pointing to the spot. And Dortmund now with a chance to go back into the lead. Philipp Lahm's clearance was a poor one. Boateng's challenge even poorer. Well, not quite sure what Boateng was thinking there. Nowhere near the ball. Takes both of Błaszczykowski's legs with him. And BVB now with a chance to go back into the lead. With 40 minutes gone in this first half. Hummels will step up to take it. One Bundesliga goal this season, one Champions League goal this season. Can he add one in the cup to his tally? Yes, he can! Manuel Neuer getting a hand to it, very nearly making the save. He got the right corner, but couldn't keep it out, and Mats Hummels has given BVB their lead back. Having gone 1-0 up just 3 minutes in. They now lead by a goal again. Arjen Robben levelling things up from the spot. Another penalty though. Sees Dortmund back into the lead. It wasn't the best of penalties from Hummels, it has to be said. Neuer will not be happy about that. He'll feel he could have kept it out, probably should have as well. Big Mats Hummels now. With a goal in all 3 competitions this season. Just how important. And his first in the DFB-Pokal. Turn out to be BVB fans in a full song and dance. Here in the Olympic Stadium. Plenty to shout about again. Błaszczykowski. Luis Gustavo to Philipp Lahm. Bayern Munich trail for the second time. And we have a similar reaction. Some one-touch football, Lewandowski muscles his way past Boateng there, but Neuer quick off his line. Comes out to make the clearance. Kagawa very nearly with a cheeky turn. Badstuber holds on to the ball for a little too long. İlkay Gundogan then comes in to make the challenge. Free kick given in the end. A little bit of afters, but nothing really. Given against Kagawa. Just a little too aggressive there for the referee's liking. Very well played by Gundogan there. Didn't have a lot of room to work with, but tricky feet enough to win the throw in the end. It's been a roller coaster of emotions for Jupp so far. The ups and downs of the DFB-Pokal final. There for all to see. There's Badstuber and Lewandowski. A few words for each other. Badstuber not happy The Polish striker backing into him there as the ball was in the air. All part and parcel of the final as far as Lewandowski is concerned, I'm sure. Langerak comes out and collects. Every touch he gets on the ball will help that confidence build. Confident young man anyway. Cheeky little back heel from Lewandowski. Piszczek and Błaszczykowski. This near touchline. Comes off Schweinsteiger, BVB with the throw. 5 minutes added on at the end of this first half. All 5 of those the result of the injury to Roman Weidenfeller early into this first 45. Did give it a go, but eventually unable to continue. Bayern look to bag themselves a second equaliser in this first half. Piszczek. Hopeful ball over the top. It does find its way through to Kagawa. Kagawa! Lewandowski! 3-1! What a ball from Shinji Kagawa to pick out the number 9. And then a cheeky finish from Robert Lewandowski as well, through the legs of Manuel Neuer. Neuer getting a slight touch on the ball, but it wasn't enough to take it off path. And now Dortmund look to be heading into the half-time break, firmly in control of this final. Lewandowski doing just enough to keep the move alive, but how about that for a pass from Shinji Kagawa? Cuts the Bayern defence in two. And Lewandowski left with just Neuer to beat. And then has the composure to put it through the German keeper's legs into the back of the net. And just like that, BVB now firmly in control of this final. Still plenty to play for in the second 45. The first 45 and not over yet. But what a finish to this first half for BVB. Lewandowski with his 5th goal in the DFB-Pokal this season. Absolutely incredible stuff. And Shinji Kagawa, another assist to his name this campaign. The player that just keeps on giving. Błaszczykowski puts the ball out of play off Ribery. Well, Bayern Munich now trail by 2. Plenty to think about for Jupp Heynckes and his players. Will be an interesting half-time team talk, I'm sure. What a final. And it's far from over. Dortmund looking to take advantage of this momentum that is clearly with the black and yellows at the moment. Lewandowski very nearly nicking the ball off Boateng in what would have been a very, very dangerous position. Ribery, Alarm in space. Alarm back inside to Robben. Now Kroos. Tink over the top. Can Lahm get there ahead of Subotic? No. The big man does enough and wins the goal kick as well. Or is it a free kick? Lahm perhaps coming in a little too aggressive for the referee's liking. Well, not exactly all smiles at the moment. They're certainly smiling, jumping and singing. Plenty to shout about if you're a Dortmund fan at the moment here in Berlin. Could we still have another chance here? Piszczek against Alaba, tries to cut it back. Błaszczykowski. And that will be the last move of the first half. What a first half it's been here in Berlin. The 2012 DFB-Pokal final has ticked all the boxes so far. Dortmund lead by 3-1. Kagawa, Hummels and Lewandowski doing the damage in the first 45. A penalty scored by Arjen Robben gives Bayern Munich something to hang on to. But all the aces are currently with the black and yellows. And it's going to be a bit of an uphill struggle in the second 45 for Manuel Neuer and his team. It will be interesting to see what kind of a Bayern Munich comes out for the second half. And so, welcome back for the second half here in Berlin of this 2012 DFB-Pokal final. What a first half we've had so far. Shinji Kagawa, very much the man in the limelight. 1 goal, 1 assist. BVB a lead by 3-1. And Jupp Heynckes feels the need to make the first substitution as Thomas Müller comes on to replace Luis Gustavo for the second 45 here. Well, it's been a very, very entertaining final so far. And I think we can expect more of the same in the second 45. Bayern Munich now chasing the game, which will open things up for BVB going forward on the counter as well. All the ingredients for a spectacular second half here in Berlin. Badstuber to Alaba. Long ball forward, Gomez trying to get there, but it's Hummels who wins the aerial duel. Boateng with the clearance. Gomez with the header on. Müller a little late to the party there. Still needs to find his rhythm, being come on for this second half, replacing Luis Gustavo. Alaba under pressure. Błaszczykowski straight away. Bayern will have the throw. Schweinsteiger in space makes himself available. Dortmund already champions. Can they lift the DFB-Pokal as well? Disappointing Champions League campaign. That would all be forgotten very quickly if they can secure the double here. Slightly slower start to this second half, but now chance for Kagawa. One-on-one with Badstuber. The Munich defender does spectacularly well there. Knows very well Kagawa will probably beat him for pace. His positional play there was absolutely on point, getting across in time. Getting the challenge in as well without giving away a free kick. Bayern do have a corner to defend here though. It's Gundogan. Looks to swing one into the danger zone, over the head. And hands of Manuel Neuer there. Very nearly caught in no man's land, the German international keeper. DFB still on the attack here. Kagawa. Lovely little pass over the top. Gundogan. To Piszczek. Not a bad cross. Headed away by Boateng. Müller then with the hopeful clearance. Langeraks come off his line here. BVB could be in trouble, but it looks like the young Australian keeper's gotten away with that one. That could have gone very wrong for young Mitchell Langerak there. Quick to apologise to his teammates. Here's Lam, looking for a way through the middle. Gets it back to course, out wide to Ribery. Now Alaba. Oh, he hasn't had his crossing boots on today, has he, the young Austrian? Normally, fantastic service from David Alaba out on the wing. Hasn't been the case here today as we take another look at that slight moment of madness from young Mitchell Langerak. With no damage done. Put that on the back burner. Concentrate on the task at hand. Langerak with the long ball upfield. Kagawa tries to get there. Lewandowski does. Badstuber is going to pick up a yellow card here for a high foot. Błaszczykowski. Do feel for the Munich defender there. Quite sure what else he could have done. Had to really go for it. It was after the clearance that he made contact with Błaszczykowski. So he will go to the referee's book as well. Holger Badstuber. To rub salt in the wound. Dortmund now with a free kick in a very interesting position. Plenty of takers, I'm sure, the likes of Kagawa, Gundogan, even Lewandowski. Großkreuz and Schmelzer there as well. It looks like it will be Schmelzer perhaps to take this, either him or Gundogan. Would suit Ilkay Gundogan a little more here. As he goes for that top left corner, not a bad effort from the Dortmund number 21. Could see what he was trying to do. Manuel Neuer never really in any trouble. Happy to watch that one sail past his right post and out for a goal kick. Kroos. Wide to Robben. Lahm there in support. Lahm cuts it across the face of goal. Gomez unable to latch onto the end of it. Dortmund looking to counter quickly, but it's broken down by Bayern Munich, who are on the move again, looking to find a way back into this game. Müller. Decent ball into Müller from Ribery, but Frenchman not getting it back the way he would have liked. Still, Bayern Munich pushing for a second goal here. Robben, back to Lahm. To Robben once more. Able to find Kroos, switches it out left to Alaba, back inside to Kroos. One-touch football, comes to nothing in the end. Kagawa, with a lovely ball out wide to Lewandowski. Great hold-up play from the BVB frontman. And then does really well to secure the corner as well. Dortmund now in no rush whatsoever when it comes to taking their set pieces or corners. They have that 2-goal cushion. Corner taken short. Poor delivery that time from Gundogan. BVB try to keep the move alive, but poor ball in the end. These are run out of play. Now, Bayern Munich looking to play their way out from the back. Badstuber. Thomas Müller, half-time substitute. Looking for Ribery, played in behind the Frenchman. Couldn't adjust in time. Calls to Lahm. Munich captain, wide to Robben. Now, opportunity for BVB. Piszczek powers forward. Finds a way past Badstuber, but Boateng was just behind his colleague in central defence, able to pick up the pieces. To the delight of the Bayern Munich fans, I'm sure. A fourth for BVB would surely put the game out of sight. Seal the deal, you feel. Müller. A bad cross. Piszczek. A glancing header. Get the ball clear. It's come back now. Ribery can't link up with Robben. Now Dortmund on the counter. Kagawa. Lovely ball into Błaszczykowski. Lewandowski in the middle. Błaszczykowski can't find him. Tried to pull it back. He pulled it back a little too much in behind Lewandowski. He made that run forward. Tried to get in front of the defender. He just held it up for half a second. He might have been in just the right place to take the shot there first time. Wasn't meant to be in the end though. Ribery back to Robben. Ribery again has probably been one of the most promising players for Bayern Munich in this game. He's looked confident when he's been on the ball. He's been effective when he's been on the ball as well. How effective can BVB be here though? Großkreuz through the legs out to Lewandowski! 4-1! BVB now firmly in control of this final. Lewandowski with his second of the game. He's on a hat-trick now. But credit has to go to Kevin Großkreuz there with a peach of a pass, a cheeky nutmeg to find Lewandowski. And then, well, take nothing away from the finish. Hammers it into the back of the net. Neuer left with absolutely no chance of keeping that one out. And Lewandowski now with his 6th goal of the competition. Is there anything the Dortmund number 9 can't do? How about that for a finish? No nonsense stuff from Robert Lewandowski. But what a ball by Großkreuz to find him in space. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And that could just be game, set, and match now. Bayern Munich in real trouble. Trail by 3. Dortmund lead 4-1. And they're cruising towards securing the double. Ribery still trying. You have to take your hat off to Jurgen Klopp's side here in this final. They have been as clinical as it gets. Both sides relatively evenly matched when it comes to chances created, but Dortmund just so efficient. Subotic with the header away. And then the clearance. An hour gone here in Berlin. Half an hour left for the German giant that is Bayern Munich to try and salvage something from this final. As things stand, there will be a black and yellow party here in Berlin, and then in Dortmund as well, I'm sure. Yes, Jupp Heynckes and his side come up with something special. It was an uphill struggle at half-time. They now have a mountain to climb. And just look at what it means to the BVB fans. Lam to Toni Kroos, picked off by Gündogan. Lewandowski has gone down here. Looks like he's clutching his left hip or lower back. Either way, he looks like he's in quite a bit of pain there. Collision with Boateng, hip to hip, really. Dortmund striker coming off worse. Here's another look at that goal. Wonderful finish, no messing about. Just putting his laces through the ball. He hammers the ball into next week. Young Klopp, I'm sure, couldn't be happier. Everything going to plan so far for Borussia Dortmund. They are on the attack again. Großkreuz finds himself in space on this near side. Kagawa. That was the right idea, but too much mustard on it from Kagawa. Piszczek making a fantastic run, was in acres of space. A better ball, and he would have, well, the opportunity to put one back across the face of goal, or more likely, probably have a shot on goal himself. Defensive work there from Hummels, closing down Thomas Müller immediately. All over the top is a decent one. Subotic struggling to deal with it. Kagawa goes down inside the centre circle. Schweinsteiger again the guilty party. BVB with the free kick. Two not quite coming off there between Gundogan and Piszczek. The type of mistakes that will be quickly forgiven, considering the 4-1 scoreline in Dortmund's favour. Robben. Lovely bit of trickery to create some space, but what a tackle that was by Großkreuz. Not for the first time in this final have we seen him put his body on the line, even at 4-1 up. No messing about. The Dortmund number 19 there, Ribery. Well, pass to no one really. Bayern Munich just lost their way a little now. That fourth goal really hammering the situation home. Tchaikovsky into a little bit of bother there, but Piszczek does enough to clean up the mess. Well, he hasn't had too much to do, young Australian keeper, since coming on to replace Weidenfeller. One or two decent moments where he's come out and collected the ball well. One moment of madness that could have gone very wrong, but able to get away with it. Dortmund playing some lovely football here in the second half, filled with confidence. They know just how close they are to securing the DFB-Pokal here. Gundogan's delivery is a good one. Can't hold on to the ball when it comes back out to him in the corner. It has been a solid performance from him as well, İlkay Gundogan, in that central midfield, alongside Sebastian Kehl. Gundogan. Still going. No look pass down the touchline to Lewandowski. Little nutmeg from him. BVB starting to have fun now. Back inside to Gundogan. Back to Lewandowski. What a goal this could be. Manuel Neuer with a big save there from close range. And Dortmund playing like the Brazilian national team going forward. Chance now for Bayern Munich. Off the crossbar from Gomez. That would have been their ticket back into the game. With time still to play. Plenty of time for them to score another two had that gone in. And Gomez, with his head in his hands, can't believe he was unable to find the back of the net there. Ribery at the heart of it all yet again. End-to-end stuff here in Berlin at the moment. 21.5 minutes of the 90 still to go. Dortmund lead 4-1. There's another look. He was at full stretch to get there. Came in at him with real pace as well. So close to guiding it into the top corner. Well, Alaba has come off. Diego Contento now on to replace him. Young David Alaba. Probably not one of his best performances this season. Lewandowski. Ooh, that is a late challenge from Schweinsteiger, and he will pick up a yellow card. Can't have any complaints about that one, I don't think. And his reaction tells you all you need to know. Perhaps a little bit of frustration coming through there. Sebastian Schweinsteiger. Nowhere near the ball. Lewandowski not really going anywhere with it either. Bit of a silly one from Schweinsteiger there. Free kick taken quickly, looking for Kagawa. Does well to hold on to possession. Korskeitz can't do the same though. Now, Bayern looking to break quickly. Time running out. They need 3 goals. They stand any chance of lifting this year's trophy. That's just to get back on level terms. Stuber. Wide to Robben. Fantastic ball. Lovely control. Arjen Robben as well. Lam. Not a bad effort. Just couldn't keep it down. Slicing across it slightly as well, so it was always travelling away from goal. Space was there, found the opening, had every right to go for it. Just couldn't find the finish. Throw forward. Lewandowski almost getting in Błaszczykowski's way there. Scorer of Munich's only goal of the game so far. It didn't come from open play either. Came from the penalty spot. Which sums up Bayern Munich's performance in the final third here in this final. It just hasn't quite been up to par. Best chance from open play coming just a few moments ago for Mario Gomez. Form he's been in this season, you would have bet your house on him finding the back of the net. Wasn't the case. Denied by the woodwork. As a result, Bayern Munich denied the route back into this game. Could still find one though. Almost just about enough. Lahm losing his footing in the process as well. Müller. Of course, switches it out onto the far side. Contento. Placing David Alaba, left back position. Franck hoping that Contento can perhaps bring a little bit more attacking prowess to Bayern Munich's attacking play. Just can't get there in time. BVB happy to sit back a little more now. They've done the hard work, they've got themselves comfortably in front, in a wonderful position here. Just need to keep their eye on the prize now. Run down the clock, not make any silly mistakes. There's Ribery. Ribery! What a goal! The Frenchman, with a little bit of magic, has given Bayern Munich a lifeline. Quarter of an hour still to go. They now trail by just the 2. Could that be the moment Bayern Munich turn things around here? Lovely, lovely footwork from Ribery there. Had no right to get a shot on goal. Shifts the ball right, then left again. And hammers it into the far corner in spectacular style. That was an absolutely sensational goal from Franck Ribery. Well, he has been that one shining light going forward for Bayern Munich, and that goal underlines that. What a final we are witnessing here. Dortmund 4, Bayern 2. Still another quarter of an hour to be played. Tell you what, if Bayern Munich can get another the next 5 to 10 minutes, we are in for one hell of a finish to this final. Wouldn't put it past them either. That is a poor, poor ball from Badstuber. Lucky for him, Lewandowski. An equally poor ball. Trying to find Shinji Kagawa. Schweinsteiger. Gomez. Contento. Ribery. Ribery! Well, he's starting to get in the mood now. Klopp sitting down for the first time in this second half. He's well aware of the slight threat and momentum that is building now for Bayern Munich. Everyone knows the players they have in their ranks. likes of Robben and Ribery, as we just saw, can score a goal in the blink of an eye. As already mentioned, one more and it will be game on again, believe you me. DFB need to be careful, they don't sit back too much now. Just need to try and hold on to the ball a little longer. The possession game. Goalkeeper, Schmelzer. Robben does well, tracking back, gets the challenge in. Neuer able to collect. There's a little bit more of a spring in the step of the Bayern Munich players now as well. Is it too little too late though? Robben. Lovely ball for Ribery, just can't take it with him though. Almost does well. Keep the ball in play. Very nearly guiding the ball through to Gomez, who would have been all by himself there. Ribery. It's brought down by Kale, free kick given. Dortmund captain not happy with the decision. Another look at it here. Not sure there was that much contact there, but it's clever play from Ribery. Ribery, should I say, excuse me. Now, can Bayern do with this free kick? Send the ball out wide. Interesting choice. That is a bit of a wasted opportunity, really. Fair to say that it was a little too far out for a direct effort, of course, but perhaps floating one into the box might have been the better choice there. Robben now does just that, Gomez. And that's exactly why a floated ball into the box can be a little bit more effective. You have the likes of Mario Gomez in and around the penalty area. More often than not, he's going to be winning those aerial battles, as he did there against Subotic, unable to find the target though. Well, Shinji Kagawa will make way for Sven Bender Kagawa with a monster of a performance. Jürgen Klopp, his manager, showing his appreciation, as are the fans who are singing Shinji Kagawa's name here. What a season he's had. What a DFB-Pokal final he's had. And if the scoreline remains the same, or if Dortmund finish victorious, he will have had a very, very big part to play in it all. Chance now. Neuer can't hold on to it! 5-2! Robert Lewandowski has his hat-trick in the final. He takes his tally to 7 for the competition. And that surely is game, set and match now. Manuel Neuer will not be happy with his performance here today. Not quite sure what happened there. It looked like he had both hands on the ball and then somehow it bobbled away from him. Great reactions from Błaszczykowski though. Have a look at this cross from him. Or was it Piszczek? Piszczek on the swivel with an absolute peach of a cross. And Lewandowski lurking at the far post with the easy header down into the ground and into the back of the net. He has his hat-trick, and you would think the BVB have their double. Fantastic scenes on the sidelines there as well. Klopp, and just behind him, Shinji Kagawa, jumping around with joy, and rightfully so. That's a poor ball from Goalkeeper. It's Gomez. Crunching tackle from Hummels. on Thomas Müller. Hummels feels he got nothing but the ball there. Müller down, clutching his right ankle. Hummels will pick up a yellow card here. Interesting to see that again. It's one of those that's going to split opinions, really, isn't it? Did have his studs slightly raised. You could argue it is a bit of a dangerous tackle, but then others would say that that's just part of football, and it was a good tackle, and one that needed to be made as well. So difficult. Looks like even Perisic will be coming on now. Replace Błaszczykowski. Another fantastic performance from him. Just how integral he has been this season, yet again. A real fan favourite. Easy to see why. Never lacking in effort and determination. Jakub Błaszczykowski. Kick comes to nothing in the end. Bayern Munich back to where they were, trailing by 3 again. Desperately do with another little bit of magic from Franck Ribery. Perhaps Arjen Robben. It's a bit of a quiet final. Stuber gives away the free kick just inside the Dortmund half. I'll tell you what, Sebastian Kehl came in there over the top of the ball. It was very much 50-50, watching the replay there, but luxury the referee doesn't have, of course. Just about kept in play. No. Will be a throw. Ribery, looking for Müller. Get through a sea of yellow shirts. DFB crowding their own box there. That's a bit of a cheeky tackle from Schweinsteiger. Lewandowski not happy with it. A bit of frustration again from Schweini, and he's still having words with Mats Hummels. International teammates having a go at each other here. Schweinsteiger already on a yellow card, don't forget. So of course, trying to get in the middle and calm everyone down. Lewandowski and Schweinsteiger still not done chatting about it. Well, one thing you do have to say about Bayern Munich, the passion has been there, the effort has been there as well. It's the football in the final third that's just been lacking, as another tackle goes flying in and another player's booked. It's Mario Gomez this time. Coming in a little late on Schmelzer. Very late on Schmelzer, really. under the nose of the linesman as well. A silly one that from Gomez. Well, the man in charge has seen enough and had enough. Just getting a little scrappy now in these final moments. Surprisingly. Quite somehow finds a Gundogan. Tries the cheeky ball. Now wide again for Perisic. Can't find him, no. Nonsense challenge that time from Subotic. Group of gentlemen. Like their fate has been decided. You'd have to agree, really. It's very hard to see a way back into this for Bayern Munich now. 89 minutes gone. They trail 5-2 here in Berlin. They need a goal a minute, including stoppage time, just to get back on level terms, and the Dortmund players are already celebrating. As are their fans. The real celebrations won't get going until that final whistle goes. And there it is, Peter Gagelmann brings an end to the 2012 DFB-Pokal final. And I tell you what, it could go down as one of the best, if not the best final in the competition's history. Dortmund win 5-2. Kagawa, Hummels and a Lewandowski hat-trick doing all the damage. Robben keeping hopes alive in the first half from the penalty spot. Ribery then with a little moment of magic to make it 4-2. And perhaps give us a little bit of late drama. That was quickly put to bed by Lewandowski with just 9 minutes to go. And the Dortmund players make their way over to their fans to celebrate the double. They are the 2011-2012 Bundesliga champions, and they have added the DFB-Pokal to their accolades this season as well. Jurgen Klopp with the double. What a season for Dortmund. What a DFB-Pokal final.